Back to another video. Today I am streaming pretty late today because I had to do something with Kyle. As well as I was busy. I was busy helping my dad doing some stuff. But I'm here now on Madden NFL 23. This is episode 18, I believe, on season 1 of my franchise mode for Madden 23. Anyway, we're in the playoffs. Yes, I am really excited about that too. But I do feel like I gave myself a bit of an unfair advantage, both by accident and on purpose. The accident was I put everything at the lowest difficulty. The purpose was I started the game by leading by 3 touchdowns. That's where I felt it was unfair. So I'm not gonna do that this game. But I'm gonna simulate the whole game. Do the super sim and everything. Anyway, see ya.
18 of the National Football League. And center stage belongs to Matthew Stafford. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Falcons and the Bucks. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucks, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
You know what? I think I'm gonna actually play the first few games of the. Yeah, I'm gonna play the first few plays. Oh, that was a good move, I think.
Across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
But yeah, I'm gonna play the first few games, or first few plays.
They're led out by the southpaw Tua Tagovailoa in his 3rd season now out of the University of Alabama.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year. But it's a good illustration of how.
By the way, guys, I will admit, like right after one of the last few streams, I just about traded Tua. I don't know why. I think it was after he had a bad game. That one game. This isn't really gonna even be it. Wait, what's this? Yeah, screw it. Let's do the no huddle, because why not? But yeah, anyway, I'll talk to you guys after the game.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Balaj. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Balaj. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Here are the key inactives for this one, Charles. And as you get towards the latter stages of the season, you hope that this is a clean graphic with no names, but that's hard to do in the NFL.
Yeah, there's almost no way you think it's going to be like that. It's just a matter of what names are on the list and how you prepare to play without them. You have to finish strong. The only way to do it, forget the inactive list and focus on the guys who are going to take the field.
Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by last year's Super Bowl champion QB in his 14th NFL season now out of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And when you think about great seasons in recent memory, he's definitely putting one together here. There's a good chance he's going to go over 5,000 yards passing for the season. He's just a little bit under that mark coming in. And I tell you, it's pretty rarefied air when you get up there with numbers like this.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. This one goes underneath to Walker. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Stafford on 3rd down. And that one going to be knocked away. And incomplete. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And here's Rodgers on the return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Balaj. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. First carry for the ex-Utah State Aggie, Darwin Thompson. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. First down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching your football, right? Whether you're catching with your hands or cranking it, comes together with the legs. In this case, the feet, getting that toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. Hand off to Thompson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run here with Balaj. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Kalen Balaj, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this out to the 25. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, here we sit, week 17, just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. D Ford coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. On the return, it's Rodgers. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Tua going to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Tua. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing. They were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
They had a chance there to really build a nice early lead, go up a couple of scores. But doesn't hit that one quite right, and it winds up an empty possession.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I was just about to ask if it somehow turned daytime.
Multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in week 5, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, if my calculations are correct here, and I think that they are, he's now over 55,000 career passing yards.
Well, you did get a fine education in the Midwest, my friend, so I know that happened, okay? I know those Butler Bulldogs very proud of what they sent out there, so I'm trusting your numbers. 55,000 yards? Wow. I mean, what can you say?
Yeah.
Wow.
He was already in the top 10. Now he just keeps climbing toward the top. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Stafford. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Stafford. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 22 yards there, a first down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
How about Jonathan Allen there, pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford. Man open, here is Crowder. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Stafford now to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Albert O, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that was a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the end result of it was a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. The Buccaneers at 8-8 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Tua is passing to the hands of Bellinger. They find some open field here. Down the left sideline. Touchdown. Daniel Bellinger, 55 yards. And the Buccaneers have taken the lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring. And another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On first down, it's Stafford. He'll swing this out to Moss. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Throwing again on second down. Stafford. Open man is Uzama. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. They're going to run for it. It's Moss. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Now Stafford. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throwing is Stafford. This is caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. Walker will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Carlson on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're on 9 up at 14. So that drive of 12 plays in length. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Take it in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because They just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 2nd and 5. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Man open is Robinson. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37. A good pickup there at 22. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Tua now on first down. That's complete to Robinson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. There for the sack, Emerson Griffin.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. Out now, Andrew Nevis for the field goal. This just a 24-yard attempt. Nevis knocks this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it well, keeping it away from danger. Really nice on the drive.
Now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Back to throw, Stafford. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And they'll get this well past midfield before they stop just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
Good start to capture so far in this game. The alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Trying the left side with Walker. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. To throw is Stafford. Hauled in over the middle by Rager. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And the Buccaneer defense for the 2nd straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will tie things at 17. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Taking disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. This offense on 3rd down today. 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Tua. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
But it appears that they ran man defense and went to the outside. What you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give him some space to cut to the outside. Have that guard to with good timing, and they got it done.
Looking to pass. Tua. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's Tyler Newsome now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Sticking with Walker on second down. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From his own goal line, Stafford. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Atlanta. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Rodgers on the return. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. So out come the Bucs now. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now Tua. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Zay Jones from 4 yards out as his guys have now moved out in front.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point by Mevis is up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. A 5-yard pass on first down and another 5-yard connection there. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. After the turnover, it's Tua. He completes it to Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, Tua. Pass on the out route caught by Smith-Schuster. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. They'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And Isabella as the first half is winding down. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
The extra point by Mevis is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On first down, Stafford here. A throw on the money to Rager. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll begin with a good one in the NFC South. Carolina paying a visit to New Orleans. And it's the Saints who have the lead in the second quarter. The Saints trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, it's up to Highmark Stadium to check in on the Bills. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. Malik Willis has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Trevor Lawrence with a couple of touchdown passes there. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And our statistician may need a vacation after this one's said and done. What a first half they had throwing the football. Over 300 yards passing already. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback. And the Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. They're
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage.
They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right? Your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Zay Jones with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Now Mevis for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. This fielded right at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. This one goes underneath to Walker. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll run this with Homer. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Stafford. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
They'll run the draw with Mostert. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Tagovailoa are going to try and throw on 3rd down. On the out route, he's got Mostert. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Tua sets up to pass it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 2nd down, here's Mostert again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Tua going to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Nevis knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the 3rd quarter, that's all.
There's something I'm going to adjust real quick, guys. That's balanced. Okay, never mind, guys.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Falcons offense set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand They've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw complete to Rager. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
2 and now on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Andy Isabella, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs have opened the lead up to 30. Well, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
He completes it to Westbrook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the 50, it's Stafford. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go up the middle here with Moss. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Stafford. This ball complete to Rager. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Out of the gun, Stafford. Finding Gray going across the field. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 16. From the red zone now, Stafford. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. This is Homer. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Going on the ground with Homer. And he gets in. Touchdown Atlanta. Travis Homer, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Carson, up and good. And the lead's down to 24. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's got room.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And that'll be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will stay a 3-score game at 24.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Right back to him on first down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Stafford. This will be caught, Judy. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Hands it off out of the gun.
He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Jerry Jeudy from 4 yards out. And the Falcons are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
They're going to try and run. And he will dive into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is successful. And still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it will come out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on second down. Tua quickly into the hands of Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. A handoff running left is Mostert. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. On second and 9, Tua. Man open is Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a first down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Tua's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. To throw again on second down. Tua, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now Tua. Throw, but incomplete. Out now Andrew Nevis for the field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay a 2-score game at 16. This one not over yet, Charles. You got a sliver of hope on that other side.
I certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game. And that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Stafford. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 16 yards on the play as they try to chip away at this 16-point deficit.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down. Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Bucs are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there. Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Tua. He completes it to Jones. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st. Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area. He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Trayvon Walker, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. Hard throw. Incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling. Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to find his tight end, Gray, complete. And he'll be taken down before they reach the 50. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a 1st. Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then additional pickup with his legs after the catch. From the 50, Stafford. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Stafford. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. How about the safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because he'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield, and oftentimes the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football. And in a two-score game, obviously every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Stafford on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down. Now it's Stafford. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Desperation time for Stafford on fourth down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And not a whole lot of room to operate there in the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Second down, here's Mostert again. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Tua going to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Come on, set.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Another great throw there, and we talked about him when he broke the single-season record. But that last completion, CD, that puts him over 6,000 yards passing on the season. Just unheard of.
Brandon, there was a time not long ago when 3,000 yards was the gold standard for quarterbacks. He's doubled that. If more people come along like him and hit that type of a number, if you throw for 3,000 yards, you're in danger of losing your job.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Mostert. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Here's Mostert, toss left side. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Raheem Mostert A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Out of the end zone with it is Homer. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Crowder's got it over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Stafford. On the catch, it's Crowder. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. Now Stafford. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. From the 50, it's Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Buccaneers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 126 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Mostert. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Tampa Bay, they do get the victory that pushes them over 500 for the season as they finish at 9-8. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it'll be double digits in losses as they fall to 7-10 for their final mark. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved.